Hi and welcome everyone. We're so thrilled for you all to be here for the kickoff of our Discover UC San Diego webinar series. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Violette. I'm an admissions officer here at UC San Diego. And we really hope you're just as excited as we are for you all to learn about our beautiful campus and what we have to offer. In today's session, we'll dive into UC San Diego's global initiatives and the incredible research opportunities we have for our students to experience here on our campus. So let's go ahead and get started and discover what UC San Diego has to offer. All right, so a little bit about our housekeeping items to keep in mind. We will not be having a live Q&A session during this webinar. Instead, we encourage you to submit your Q&A or use the Q&A function and send it directly to the specific campus partner. So for example, if you want to send a message to study abroad, let them know that this question is for them. And then please use that in your query. And then while we aim to wrap up within 60 minutes, please note that due to time constraints, our webinar team will be working behind the scenes and we may not be able to answer all your questions. If your question goes unanswered, we encourage you to research the campus partner that you want to reach out to or send admissions a question directly. Closed captioning is available. Simply click the live transcript option to enable it. And then you can select slow captions in your Zoom toolbar for automated captions. All right, so this is our agenda. I will begin with a brief UC San Diego overview to provide some context about our incredible university. And then after that, I will hand it off to our campus partners who are eager to tell you more about their awesome opportunities and valuable insights about our global initiatives and research opportunities. And then finally, I'll be back on screen and we will go over some application insights to help you guide you through the admissions process. All right, so we are located in San Diego, also known as America's finest city. Our beautiful campus is literally minutes from the beach. You'll be hearing from the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. If you're interested in that, you can take your upper division classes there or maybe some research opportunities. We are, again, located in San Diego. We are the second largest city in California. Our weather is pretty ideal. We called it kind of like the Goldilocks weather. It's never too hot, never too cold, around 77 during the summer. So it's really, really beautiful to be here. We are a relatively large campus, 1,200 acres in land, but that's just more for you to explore. Next slide. All right, at UC San Diego, we have over 160 majors for you to choose from that are across 8 academic schools. These are providing a wealth of opportunities for exploration and study. You can see the full list of our majors on the undergraduate admissions website, so go ahead and look at that to see the full comprehensive list. At UC San Diego, we do have some selective majors. The following majors: biological sciences, data sciences, engineering, and public health. So all majors within those categories are what we considered selective. So those are generally in high demand and have limited capacity. So if you are interested in those majors, we highly encourage you to list that as your first choice major and then an alternate choice that is not selective as your second choice major. So again, we really encourage you to list 2 majors on the application, just so we know, but you can also apply undecided to UC San Diego. At UC San Diego, we have an 8 college system. So these are different than the 8 academic schools I was mentioning earlier, but the college system is just meant to foster a small community on our campus within our large university for you. So you can be absolutely any major in any college that's not tied to each other in any way. Our colleges are based off of historical figures or overall mission statements, and they all have an overall arching theme that you can find online to learn more. So these 8 distinct colleges also offer students the best of both worlds: state-of-the-art facilities and a world-renowned faculty at a top-ranked research institution, but also a more personal and approachable community through their college affiliation. So again, small community within our large university. Each college provides its own academic advising and dean offices services. helping students thrive by creating a more personalized university experience. Students can also study, again, any major in any college, not tied to it in any way. So classes are taught across the campus, including students from all colleges. So you're really going to get to know people from all over the campus. You're not going to be limited to just one space on campus. Trust me, when I was a student, I was everywhere on campus. Each college also offers their own student gov, organizations, traditions. My favorite, I was a student at Roosevelt. Rockin' Roosevelt is a concert that happens on our campus. Really cool. But again, each college has their own student life activities and traditions. And then these special events that happen throughout the year. These are available at a campus-wide level. So again, you don't need to be just in one college and stick to them. You can go explore the events that are happening at other colleges. But again, you will need to do your research when you're ranking these colleges. Look at different things that they offer, their general education requirements. Wherever you go, you're going to have to do general education classes. At UC San Diego, we just have 8 different sets of them. You can find this information online to help you make that ranking choice. You will rank them on the application 1 to 8, 1 being your top choice, 8 being your last choice. Typically, you do get between your first and fourth choice. So again, you need to do your research, but this is a little bit about our college system to keep in mind. All right, so we are a top-ranked research institution. We are also a tier 1 research institution. So this means we have ample amounts of opportunities and funding for students to pursue research at our university. So our commitment to innovation and research remains world-class and steadfast. I won't dive too deeply into details here as our campus partners are eager to showcase what they have for you to take advantage of, but rest assured there are countless opportunities for exploration and discovery at UC San Diego. All right. So lastly, before I hand it off to our first campus partner, I'd like to emphasize that UC San Diego is not only one of the world's top public research universities, but also a dynamic community of renowned faculty, dedicated staff, and motivated students. Our students are deeply committed to leveraging research to make the planet healthier and improve lives globally. For the past 13 years, UC San Diego has consistently secured over $1 billion in research funding annually, representing more than a quarter of the university's total budget. So give you a little more info, last year in in 2023, we received $1.76 billion for these fundings. So really, UC San Diego's mission is to equip the best and the brightest with the tools that they need to do to make an impact on our world. All right, so I'm going to hand it off to our friends at Study Abroad, and I can't wait for you all to hear from them.
All right. Thank you, Violet, and welcome everyone. It's great to be here with everyone today. My name is Jay Meinert, and I'm the Director of Outreach and Academic Engagement for the Study Abroad office here at UC San Diego. So I'm going to be spending the next couple of minutes just introducing what our office does, so some examples of some programs that we've engaged with around research especially, and excited to share these with you. So next slide, please. All right, just to kick things off, when you think about study abroad in the college context, the traditional model for study abroad is really, to go somewhere in another country and take these traditional courses at a foreign university and bring those courses back. And certainly we have a lot of those opportunities. But what we've been finding is that students more and more want a experiential learning component as part of their study abroad choices. These might include research opportunities in labs or field research or even internships. And so it's really important to recognize the value and benefits of a study abroad program. A lot of employers, professional graduate schools, they value study abroad. They value international experience for graduates who are able to get those. And so by doing both study abroad and research, it really sharpens your interpersonal and communication skills. It demonstrates your flexibility and adaptability to work across cultures, across different, time zones and countries. We find that a lot of students who do study abroad come back being able to really problem solve, mature, pivot, just really be a world citizen. So the cross-cultural awareness and sensitivity, deeper understanding of the academic discipline in which students are studying by putting a global emphasis or a global angle on their learning is really beneficial to a lot of students. And so what we really, I'm really excited to share with you today is just a couple examples, and then some of my colleagues who will be speaking after me will also be sharing some of their opportunities in study abroad through their departments. Study abroad, we handle three main portfolio areas. We do work through the UC Education Abroad program, which is a large study abroad program run through the UC, which is their Education Abroad program. We also have our very own faculty-led global seminars program. And then we have global exchange, which are bilateral agreements that we have with several universities around the world. And any major can study abroad. It doesn't matter what major you work with, we can send you abroad. I work personally with Jacobs School of Engineering. I help a lot of engineering students find an opportunity to study abroad. All right, next question, please. Okay, so I mentioned UCEAP. UCEAP is a UC-wide study abroad program. They have over 140 programs, and they speak to every single major that we have offered here at UC San Diego. A lot of programs in the summer, as well as during the academic year, fall, spring. You can even go for the whole year. The cool thing about UCAP that I always like to tell students is that if you go on UCAP, you will earn UC credit automatically. The grades that you earn on UCAP will be calculated into your GPA here at home at UC San Diego. You pay UC tuition. It's really a cool UC program. You can conduct full-time research. There's a couple opportunities in the UC EAP program for that. Or you can combine research with the traditional courses that you might take at another university. Many programs at UCAP are offered in English, and the eligibility requirements will vary depending on the program. I encourage you to visit our website at studyabroad.ucsd.edu, and you can click on the Find a Program list, and you can learn all about EAP and the other programs that we have. I mentioned also Global Exchange, and Global Exchange is a program that we have with partner institutions around the world. I believe we have 14 of them right now. A couple of them will be highlighted as my colleagues will take their turns at the bat here. We offer short-term or full-time research. There's the Global Exchange Plus program where you can do non-credit research that's tuition-free over the summer. So we're really excited to kind of showcase the Global Exchange Plus programs. And so definitely check those out. Again, just like EAP, the requirements will vary in terms of eligibility for our Global Exchange and Global Exchange Plus programs. Next slide, please. All right, here's a couple examples of UCEAP programs. We have some full-time research that we can offer through UCAP. These research options happen in the summer. We have some research opportunities in both Hong Kong and Taipei. We also have research in Singapore. There's some summer research opportunities in Scotland. There's some research in Japan that we offer that's actually based in science, tech, engineering, and mathematics. And then we also have some of the same STEM research opportunities in Osaka, Japan. And so what these full-time research opportunities offer students is the chance for them to conduct research with on-site faculty at a university that UCEAP partners with. The research can vary by program. I mentioned I work with engineering students, so I work a lot with the full-time research opportunities in engineering. And so there's several opportunities to engage in research opportunities full-time through UCAP. So you can check out their website link there at the top. It's uceap.universityofcalifornia.edu. All right. Next slide, please. Let's see here. All right. So I mentioned real quickly the full-time research. And then, of course, there's a lot of opportunities for students to study abroad and just take traditional courses. But we also have some opportunities where students can take courses as well as research. And there's a couple that I'd like to identify here for field research or doing independent research through UCEAP. Australia has a program in the state of Queensland at the University of Queensland where students can engage in marine biology and terrestrial ecology. Costa Rica has a tropical biology and conservation program at Monteverde Institute up in the cloud forests of Costa Rica. The University of Ghana in Africa offers some field research, independent research opportunities, as well as the Netherlands. The Netherlands offers a spring program in psychology and neuroscience. If you have Spanish, you can engage in some field research through the Mexico City program at the UC Center down there in Mexico City. And if you speak French, you can do an internship or do some research in France and Belgium through UCEAP as well. And I mentioned I do engineering, and so here's a note about the Japan Engineering and Science and English at the Tohoku University in Japan, and then Spain's Engineering and Research in Madrid. Both of those programs are very popular. Always talking those programs up with our students. All right, next slide, please. All right, so the final slide that I'll share with you before I hand it off to my colleagues to talk about their programs is when you get on campus and you kind of acclimate yourself to the University of California at San Diego, we encourage you to learn about study abroad by going to the Canvas platform, canvas.ucsd.edu, and completing our short Study Abroad Get Started course. It kind of gives you an overview of what study abroad is all about here at UC San Diego. We encourage you to start doing your research and study abroad. Come in and talk to our advisors, talk to your academic advisors to make sure that the classes that you might be choosing and the programs that you might be looking at for study abroad will align with your various requirements here at home. We want you to review the programs for the best academic fit. We want you to go somewhere abroad and do exciting internship and research programs that will satisfy your requirements back home. We're fortunate to have a financial aid officer embedded in our office, and so we can help you kind of navigate the financial aid and scholarship landscape as it applies to study abroad. And when it's time to actually apply to a program, our advisors can help you there as well. So there's a lot of information on our website. Go to studyabroad.ucsd.edu, start learning about what we have to offer, and be in touch. And so I'm going to hand it over to my colleagues, and I know that there's some questions for me in the chat or in the questions, so I'll try to answer those while others are talking. Thank you very much.
All right. Hi, my name is Dr. Sophia Taineri. I'm with the Undergrad Research Hub, and I wanted to say hello, welcome. We're so excited to be presenting to you and to share with you who we are. So this is Undergrad Research Hub. This is our office and the staff. We're a small but mighty team, but we're here to help you understand what research is and how to get involved. Part of that means, what does research even mean? Why do I want to do research? And we think of it as a detailed study of a specific problem, a topic, a concern, or an issue, usually centered around a research question. And so through that, you get to discover new ideas or new information. You can build upon existing information, push the leading edge of a particular field. It could be in your area of major, or it could be a completely different area. We've seen students do many different kinds of research. And so we, as the Undergrad Research Hub, want to help you become integrated into the research community with skills to become successful in a post-baccalaureate career. As part of that, we try to create an environment for you to engage in research, to leverage resources, maintain long-term relationships, and that sort of thing. And so we do welcome students from diverse backgrounds, seeking to maximize their experiences as an undergraduate and their future opportunities. Next slide, please. So looking into research, these are URH program, Undergrad Research Hub programs. There are others that you'll hear about from other colleagues. So these are not the only ones that are on campus, but these are ones that our office runs. We have both academic year as well as summer research programs. The ones in academic year, the ones that have the star by them, do pay students. Other programs offer credit or possibly volunteer options to do research, or it could be a mixture. We also have summer programs. Every single one of our summer programs do offer a stipend or a scholarship. So that's really exciting in that if you are doing research in the summer through our office, you will be paid either through a stipend or a scholarship. Some of our programs also offer housing in the summer, so that's helpful. And others also do offer credit in addition to the stipend or scholarship. A couple of things to note is for specifically incoming transfer students, we have a number of programs where students can be supported to do research or to learn about the basics to get involved in research. Start Astro and Start Nero are especially partners with URH, and we do certainly work with them to get students used to the idea of getting involved in research. So just for you incoming transfer students, if you're interested in those areas, we certainly want to highlight them because there are ways for students to get involved. And then through our office, we have a number of programs once you're here to apply for the following summers. So lots of different opportunities here. Just to give you a taste of what those names are, we can meet with you one-on-one to figure out which ones are the best choices. Next slide, please. In addition to the research opportunities that we offer, we also host research conferences. And so there's 5 listed here that we host throughout the year. The Undergraduate Research Conference is a chance for students to be celebrated across the UC San Diego campus. Students are nominated by faculty, and each faculty can nominate up to 3 students per year to present at the research conference, Undergrad Research Conference, URC. We also host a spring symposium through the Faculty Mentor Program. And those are students in that particular program where they get to highlight and do a poster presentation. In the summer, we actually have a regional conference where students can be coming from other universities. So if you're at CSU San Marcos, students from USD, but also even up in LA and Orange County come down to UC San Diego in addition to UC San Diego students, and they present their work. And so over 400 students presented at the conference this past summer. And it's a really great chance to get to know people, to experience other researchers doing similar topics across the San Diego and SoCal region. We also want to highlight conference for the research in the arts, social sciences, and humanities, because we believe that research is not just about STEM. And so students that are doing research in those areas are highlighted in the conference for research, arts, social sciences, and humanities called CRASH. We do that 3 times a year to make sure that we don't forget that students in these areas are doing wonderful work as well. And then for students that are pre-med or possibly pre-pharmacy, there is a medical conference called Medical Education for Diverse Students to teach you how to apply to med school, how to position yourself if you're interested in that. Next slide, please. In addition to all these things, we also support students presenting research at conferences outside of UC San Diego. We support students from our programs to travel and go to places locally, but also nationally and internationally to go to conferences. We are a hub for the campus for prestigious scholarships. So if you want to apply to the Rhodes Scholarship, the Goldwater Scholarship, the British Marshall, Churchill, they're very famous scholarships that are also very generous. We can help you with that. And we also provide training in writing research proposals and papers, presenting research at conferences, and applying for graduate degree programs. So we are a hub for all of that. Next slide, please. If you want to know more about us, please find us on our newsletter. You can find the link bit.ly/URH newsletter to join our newsletter, which we send out every Friday with new opportunities, not just for our own office or not just UC San Diego, but also national opportunities. Our website at urh.ucsd.edu is also a great website to find out more. And we provide updates on applications to open programs. All program applications can be certainly found on our website. And there's a bunch of other resources for students on our page. So if you have any additional questions, please reach out to us. My name is Dr. Sophia Tzidneri. That's my email address. And my colleague, Dr. Tom Brown, is also here. And so you can reach us by email, or you can just find us at the URH staff website, bit.ly/URH staff. And that is it from URH. Pass it on to the MSTP SURF program.
Great, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. So excited to be here. My name is Gianna Cressy, and I am an MD PhD student here at UCSD, and I'm here to represent the Medical Scientist Training Program Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship, which is also known as MSTP SURF. Okay, so what is MSTP Surf? So the Surf program is an 8-week program that we host here at UCSD for undergraduate students from underrepresented groups in the biomedical sciences. And here is if you guys scan this QR code, it'll take you to our website that tells you a little bit more about our program. But basically, the program features research experience and clinical experience to kind of give our students the taste of what it would be like to pursue a career as a physician scientist. Additionally, we host weekly seminars and workshops. And so some of these workshops include things like what is being a physician scientist? What kinds of careers can I pursue? How do I apply to these programs? And in addition to that, you get the opportunity to present your research that you do over these 8 weeks at the final research symposium. And 2 of these workshops are actually dedicated to practicing these presentations and getting tips from um, uh, different students in the MSTP program to give you some feedback on how to present your research. Our stipend for this summer program is $6,000 for that 8 weeks, and we also provide summer housing at UCSD. Okay, so onto eligibility and program goals. So our current requirements are undergrads with a GPA between 3 and 4.0, and underrepresented students, individuals with disabilities, and individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds. And our goals of this program are to increase diversity in this program and introduce disadvantaged and underrepresented students to this career pathway. So other things we do, we host group activities throughout the summer, and we provide kind of surf-specific activities as well as other activities around San Diego. And then we also foster a network between surf participants, current MD PhD students across all 8 years of our program here, and introduce you to research faculty across the UCSD. Okay, so a little bit about what our program looks like. So it starts usually towards late June, and then we have a really awesome kind of welcome orientation and barbecue. And then we host, like I mentioned, workshops. And this kind of starts the first week of the program as you're getting settled into your lab, getting settled into your clinics. And then we host social events and these workshops throughout the program. And then we have a surf final symposium, which is tons of fun and kind of a farewell gathering. And the program goes through mid-August usually. Okay, and so here you can see this picture of me and my 2 other MSTP Surf advocates. And so every year there's around 3 advocates, and basically we're MD PhD students who are there to kind of support you throughout the program, answer your questions about what it's like to be an MD PhD trainee, and then give feedback on your presentations, any questions you might have about research, about clinic, and to provide mentorship in any way that would be helpful for someone kind of at currently going through the MD PhD training. Okay, and now on to how to apply. So our application portal is going to actually open this month. And so if you follow this QR code to our website, you'll actually be able to kind of get an idea of the types of things we require for application. So we require a personal statement, a CV, a college transcript, unofficial transcripts are fine, and then 2 letters of recommendation. And so if you have any questions about the application process, you can feel free to email our SURF MSTP email, and our email's right here. Also, our SURF program coordinator, Alana Hauer, is here on this call. And so if you guys have any questions about this program, feel free to drop it in the chat. And then Alana or I will answer. But thank you so much. And I hope to see some of you apply to our program for this upcoming summer.
Hello, my name is Brian Hamlet. I'm one of the undergraduate advisors for the School of Biological Sciences, and I'll talk a bit about studying abroad as a biology major, as well as some of our research opportunities. And then Lindsay Vasquez is also here with us. She's a senior advisor, and we'll talk about some of our other programs. So students often ask if it's possible to study abroad as a biology major, and as Jay mentioned, all students in any major can definitely study abroad. We send about 100 to 160 biology majors abroad each year, hoping to increase that number because it is such a great opportunity. And for students who are going abroad, we try to make it as easy for them to know what classes they can take to get credit towards their major while they're abroad. So we have a website that lists all the previously petitioned coursework from abroad to show if something's been approved, if it's been denied, and when that course review expires. So this kind of shows an example of what that website looks like. So when you are interested as a biology major to study abroad, you'll want to meet with me or one of the other advisors, and we can kind of help you walk through that process and help determine what classes will be the best fit for you while you're abroad. And then for the global seminars, this makes it even easier for students because these are courses taught by a faculty member from UCSD. And so you won't have to worry about any petition process or wondering if coursework that you're going to take will count, because these will automatically apply to your major requirements without any extra work. So we have programs in the Galapagos Islands, in Ecuador, Costa Rica, and Japan. And you can see here some of those examples. And students love these programs, and it also helps them not fall behind and sometimes even get ahead towards completing their major coursework. In terms of research, we have a ton of opportunity. On our research page on biology.ucsd.edu, you can search all the different labs that we offer based off of research topic. Or if you're a student here and you find that you really like a certain professor, you can look up research labs run by professors specifically, and then you can reach out to them, get involved. And then the nice thing is that you can actually get major credit for doing your independent research. So we offer BISP 199, which is doing individual research with a faculty member at UCSD. There is the Biology Education Research Program. There's the Seniors Honors Thesis Program, and there's also the Biology Research Internship Program. And that one's for doing research kind of off campus, but you can still get major credit. And it can apply to either an upper division biology elective or even potentially an upper division biology lab requirement. And so there's tons of great benefits to this. You get hands-on experience in labs, you get to work with our faculty, you get to meet people who share interests in the different subjects that you're working in, and you get that essential lab techniques that you need to be a biologist. And so I'm going to pass it off to Lindsay, who's going to talk more about some of our programs.
Thank you, Brian. So biology also offers opportunities for students to publish their research. The goal of the Saltman Quarterly program is to convey the excitement of science and pride in the contributions of undergraduates to biological research to the School of Biological Sciences, UC San Diego, and the greater San Diego community. Again, examples of these SQ components include our Saltman Quarterly Research Journal. This is a peer-reviewed journal that highlights student research manuscripts. It features articles and abstracts from undergraduate and BS/MS students completing research projects. Under the Scope features in-depth articles from students who presented research projects in previous years at our Biological Research Showcase. Under the Scope aims to present student profiles and research in a way that is accessible and informative for students of all majors. And then our SQ Online is student interest pieces that are including profiles, student blogs, campus research, and resources in a variety of formats. And you can see these different types of components on our website, which would be the sqonline.ucsd.edu. So next slide, please. Okay, so biology also offers research opportunities that are specific to transfer students, as it can be challenging for new transfer students to rapidly build a support network. Our research opportunity and orientation for transfer students, our ROOTS program, is designed to help incoming transfer students gain useful skills and critical connections with the UCSD research community immediately upon matriculation. ROOTS is a 4-week full-day workshop prior to the fall quarter, where students learn practice basic molecular biology lab skills in a supportive setting. And you'll also be meeting other transfer students and networking with UCSD biology faculty who are seeking student researchers. So for more information about the ROOTS program, you can go to roots.biosci.ucsd.edu. And then our other program is our Start Neuro program. And Start Neuro is a competitive program that trains, mentors, and funds transfer students as they enter neuroscience research. This program begins with a summer training research program to ramp students up on key neuroscience techniques and facilitates lab placements with faculty mentors during the school year. After the Start Neuro summer training program, they'll also help you find a research lab to work in and pay you for up to 10 hours a week for 1 year. And then during the school year, they also have workshops on applying to PhD programs, designing research projects, writing personal statements, and many more. And they'll also connect you with neuroscience graduate students who can show you the ropes. So it's a pretty good, couple good opportunities for transfer students. You can find more information for them to Start Neuro at startneuro.ucsd.edu. And next slide, thank you. And if you do have any questions, you feel free to contact us. Our email is biousis@ucsd.edu, and be happy to answer any questions that you have. So thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Rachel Lapidus. I work in the Dean's Office in the School of Social Sciences, and I'm delighted to be with you today to talk about the School of Social Sciences and our global and research opportunities. We are the largest school at UC San Diego with 16 departments and programs, including the Global Health Program, which lives up to its name by incorporating a required 100-hour field experience internationally or in the US. The link we're putting in the chat right now shows more about the field experience requirement and how students can use either a pre-approved or a create your own option. So I only have 8 minutes. I'm going to try to take you on a whirlwind worldwide trip before returning right here to our local border region to describe experiential and research opportunities in San Diego, whose results might just impact the world we live in. Social Sciences is home to 4 departments: anthropology, communication, linguistics, and political science that offer global concentrations. Global concentrations include at least 8 units through study abroad, second language proficiency, and at least 2 courses with global content. When students complete their major's global concentration requirements, the concentration appears on their transcript, which is a way to demonstrate that the student understands and is committed to global education. The second QR code here will share more about global concentrations. It should come as no surprise that social sciences students are some of the most likely to study abroad. The photos here, thanks to our study abroad colleagues, show students traveling from South Africa to Paris to Morocco. But one thing that makes social sciences unique is its department-specific exchange programs. Next slide, please. Our Urban Studies and Planning Department has an exchange with Bauhaus, home of the famous architectural style in Weimar, Germany, as seen in this picture. The exchange can occur in Bauhaus's winter semester from October to February, or their summer semester from April to July, and is open to all urban studies and planning or real estate and development majors and minors with a GPA of at least 3.0. There's also a scholarship opportunity of up to $5,000. More information is available at this top QR code. Our linguistics department also offers a global exchange exclusively for social sciences students with Macquarie University in Sydney, Australia, ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide. Linguistics students interested in speech-language pathology can fulfill graduate prereqs that are not currently available at UC San Diego while experiencing all that Sydney has to offer. And I know someone was asking about this in the Q&A, our anthropology department offers several field schools. Field schools get you out into the field or the desert or the mountains or the jungle to learn field methods and to gain real mentored experience where you can learn by doing. At the bottom of the screen here, you'll see some recent field school opportunities in Egypt, Peru, Chile. Opportunities post on the anthropology webpage with a specific faculty contact a quarter or so in advance. Next slide, please. UC San Diego is also located in a binational region, about 30 minutes from the border. And we have a number of programs that benefit from and benefit border communities. First, the Mexican Migration Field Research Program. This is a year-long community-based research practicum on Latinx immigrants and social justice. Many students say this is one of their most meaningful experiences in college. Since 2024, the focus has been on immigrant labor in the energy transition in Imperial County, California, in partnership with community organizations. To participate, students must speak Spanish and must commit to 4 courses over the year. Preference is given to third years and up. Our global health program participates in the binational student-run free clinic in Tijuana. Priority is for global health students, but all students are eligible, alongside our UC San Diego medical and pharmacy students. And these students collectively make a real difference in the lives of underserved populations. You can check out the QR code for more information. Next slide, please. You may have heard we are in a climate crisis. Temperatures are rising and it can feel overwhelming. The 2-quarter Climate Justice Action Resilience Scholars Program, or CJARS for short, welcomes students from all disciplines and backgrounds who are concerned about the climate crisis and its related issues of justice, equity, health, and well-being. CJARS uses hands-on, collaborative, community-based learning to bridge research and action. You can read more about the CJARS student experience through the QR code on the screen, which links to the student blog. And for students considering research-based careers in mental health, Psych 116 is a year-long opportunity for psychology majors who have taken or are taking Psych 100, the clinical psychology class. The Psych 116 year-long class focuses on developing oral and written presentation skills and critically evaluating and discussing existing literature. Students also learn the value and process of grant submission and how to generate research ideas. In parallel, students are placed in a clinical psychology lab, which may include collecting and entering data, recruiting, interviewing, and screening participants, learning specialized lab skills, and attending weekly lab meetings with a principal investigator and their team. Examples of past placements include neurobiology of addiction, treatment of hoarding disorder, psychotherapeutic treatment of veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder, and the effects of mindfulness meditation on memory in older adults. Students are invited to apply in spring quarter for the following year, and priority to enroll is given to students in their junior and senior years. On the screen are just a few examples of the abundant research opportunities available, typically to majors in those departments. Political science has a 2-quarter offering with mentorship by graduate students. Economics offers team-based research opportunities to undergraduates, and linguistics has a quarterly program. Psychology and cognitive science are 2 examples of departments with opportunities to work in labs with faculty and graduate students through a 199 course. Find out more on each department's website. Next slide, thanks. Most of our social sciences majors also have an honors program available to majors who meet certain criteria. The specific criteria, timeline, and components of the honors program vary. Most honors programs require the completion of particular courses to guide students through the research process. Most require senior standing and usually require a major GPA of 3.5, though this varies. Honors programs often entail a substantive project or thesis. Students who complete the honors program successfully often receive a distinction on their transcripts. Most honors programs are a year-long commitment, and applications are typically due in the junior year. Note that psychology has an almost 2-year-long honors program and has the earliest application deadline of fall quarter of junior year. And human developmental sciences is on this timeline as well. So incoming transfers into these majors are encouraged to look into this and apply early if it's a good fit. Many honors programs culminate in a presentation opportunity, for instance, at a departmental poster session where the students' hard work can be demonstrated and where they can practice their presentation skills to broad audiences. A particularly good example of this is the annual Urban Expo, but it does one better. It expands beyond honor students to highlight senior capstone and other research from urban studies and planning. Last year, it brought together over 600 attendees, including industry professionals. Projects included food systems and urban agriculture, housing and homelessness, and transportation planning, among many others. So whether you're traveling around the world or taking a closer or more critical look at your own backyard, social sciences has an abundance of opportunities for students to get curious and be a part of the action. So thanks for being curious today, and go future Tritons.
Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Cook. I'm a teaching professor in the Scripps Institution of Oceanography, and I'm also the vice chair for undergraduate education. I'm here to talk a little bit about what opportunities you can pursue at Scripps and what we do. I think Josh Reeves, our student affairs manager, is also here, and I think he can potentially answer some questions in the chat. If you don't know, Scripps is a school at UCSD, and it is its own department, and we teach the Earth, Ocean, Atmospheric, and Marine Science courses and majors, and we do all the research in those realms as well at UCSD. So we are one of the premier institutions in the world for these types of scientific disciplines, and I will say that we are committed, highly committed, to having undergraduates get involved with our research and our programs, and we try to really make sure we get students involved. Next slide, please. So I'll start out with my own program, and that was not by design. I do teach a UC San Diego Global Seminar. So for our geoscience majors, and actually anyone at UC San Diego who's interested in studying abroad, as was mentioned before by our colleagues in study abroad, there are what we call global seminars. They are basically encapsulated programs for 5 weeks in typically an international location. There is one study away program, which is, I think, taught in Santa Cruz. Typically, these programs are taught internationally, and basically you take 2 classes, 2 4-unit classes, and usually it's based on a theme. So my program in Switzerland, which I teach every year in Bern, we take lots of field trips. We do lots of experiential types of things. We learn about the geology of the Alps. We learn about tectonics. We learn about volcanoes. These programs are phenomenal. I'm a big fan of the Global Seminars program. I teach in it. I think that if you are interested in studying at Scripps, particularly in the geosciences major, which is one of our majors, in addition to marine biology and also oceanic and atmospheric sciences, this is one of our study abroad options. So if you're interested, I would love to talk to you more about this, but to be fair to my colleagues who teach other global seminars, you should probably check out the other offerings as well. But this is a Scripps-focused offering through UCSD Study Abroad. Next slide, please. We do have connections with UC EAP. As was mentioned before, there are programs in Australia, programs in Costa Rica. So there is a program that's incredibly popular with our marine biology majors, which is our largest major at Scripps. It's taught through the University of Queensland. There is a program in Costa Rica, again, which is incredibly popular with many of our students, in particular in marine biology. Students can get credit for these programs. We have a global exchange with the University of Southampton in the UK, and this is a direct exchange, so it's only available to students that are in our majors at SIO. Again, that's geosciences, a BS. That's marine biology, a BS, and that's oceanic and atmospheric sciences, which is also a BS. We also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, we also administer the environmental systems program in which there are multiple tracks in environmental science. So the Southampton Research Exchange, the Global Exchange, excuse me, not a research exchange, is kind of unique to us and something that if you've ever wanted to study abroad in the UK, you can do this, and it's available for either 1 or 2 semesters. Next slide, please. I mentioned before that we're really committed at Scripps to getting students involved, in particular undergrad students. So we have a number of what we call SIO 199s. A 199 in the UC San Diego catalog is an independent study or an independent research type of experiment or experience. So you can do experimentation, you can work in a lab, you can work with a faculty member. This is technically open to anyone, but if you're one of our students in Geo or Marine Bio or OAS, which is what we call Oceanic and Atmospheric Sciences, you can use up to 4 credits of one of these 199 experiences towards your major in the elective category. That said, we get students from all over UCSD. So we get students from different majors, different schools who seek out our faculty and want to do research with us. Pretty much anyone can do an SIO 199 if you reach out to a faculty member and they agree to work with you. So those are cool experiences. We also have a climate change studies minor. There is a CCS 199 independent study, which you could get involved with. There's a CCS 197, which is a carbon neutrality internship. Students in the CCS minor can use 4 units of CCS 197 or 199 towards their minor. We'd like to point out, as you can see here, that the research is highly interdisciplinary. We like to think at Scripps that we know a lot about climate change because we have a lot of research experience. Obviously, many of our partners on campus have expertise in climate change in different areas, but the opportunity to get involved in a CCS 199 or CCS 197, particularly with Scripps faculty, is kind of an excellent, unique experience for students. Our environmental systems majors who can go off in different tracks. We have an earth sciences track, we have an environmental chemistry track, we have a policy track, and we have an ecology, behavior, and evolution track. All of our majors in ESIS get involved with an ESIS 197 sequence, which is basically a multi-quarter senior internship where a student will go out and seek out either an internship type opportunity or a research type opportunity, either in a lab on campus or somewhere out in the community, and they work through that for their entire senior year, which is kind of a special experience. So to summarize, we have all different types of opportunities. Some of them are more focused and more constrained by specifics. Some of them are a little bit more, I guess you could say a little bit more loosely constrained. We have a lot of students that work in labs on campus, sometimes for pay, sometimes for academic credit. And as I mentioned before, we really like to get involved with undergraduate students. Next slide, please. So there are summer research opportunities, and we typically bring in students from all over the country, all over the world, sometimes students from on campus. There is a Scripps Undergraduate Research Fellowship, which is named in honor of Jane Taranis, who was a very dear colleague who passed away recently. She was the director of the ESIS program. She was very concerned about climate change. She was a researcher in that area. This is an NSF-funded summer research experience. It is directly related and intended for undergraduates. It spans all areas of Earth, atmospheric, ocean, marine science. Could be in any one of our realms down at Scripps, and that's a very popular program. In addition, there's a summer internship through the Marine Physical Lab, which deals more specifically with marine science and technology. This could be for students majoring in a variety of different majors, students that have a strong STEM background, math, science, things like that. And Josh is posting the links as we go. Thank you very much, Josh. These are good opportunities. So if you're thinking that you like some kind of earth, ocean, marine, atmospheric science opportunity in the summer, let us know. Reach out to our advisors either through the internet or come see us and we can talk more about what the options are. Next slide, please. So there are also REUs like the California Current Ecosystem Long-Term Ecological Research Program. This is an interdisciplinary type of program, and basically it deals with climate and how it affects pelagic ecosystems. It's a little bit more focused. There is a Center for Western Weather and Water Extremes internship program. This deals with the hydrologic cycle, technology, outreach, society, basically, I think you get the theme. We deal with a lot that deals with the environment, and we like to use our expertise, and we definitely love to get students involved. So I think the take-home point is that we have established programs, we have study abroad programs, we have UCEAP programs, we have research opportunities. We're very proud of what we offer. We're very proud of what we do. And like I said at the start, we pride ourselves on our willingness and our ability to bring in students from all different realms on campus and get them involved with really cutting edge stuff. Sometimes not cutting edge stuff, but usually cutting edge stuff. And either way, it's interesting and it's a good part of your education. So we hope that you'll be interested and you'll be willing to reach out to us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you to all of our campus partners. This was such a great presentation for incoming students, prospective with really great value insights. Some of them are still here, so if you want to send a really quick, if you want to get any last minute questions answered. But before we sign off, I want to provide some information regarding the application timeline for you all. All right, so the application is open. October 1st is here. If you are a senior transfer student going to apply this year, this is your time to send the application. You have this year from October 1st to December 2nd, just for fall 2025 applications. Normally, the deadline is November 30th. This year is only December 2nd, the only time it's going to happen right now. So again, you have from now until December 2nd. This application, November 30th normally. There's no benefit to submitting your application in October as compared to November or December. We're just giving you an over 60-day window to send the application, but please don't wait until the last minute. We don't want you to experience any technical difficulties, and don't stress during your break. It's going to be a nice Thanksgiving for you guys, so take some time. And then if you are applying as a first year, you will be notified by the end of March. And then if you are applying as a transfer, you'll be notified by the end of April. If you want to connect with UCC, go further, again, connect with the campus partners that came to our presentation today, go to the website, learn more, but you can also sign up for some events that are happening on our campus, whether that be virtual or in person. So if you scan that QR code for events, you'll see events that are happening. Also on the other QR code, you can subscribe to our email updates. So to get on our email list to receive any last minute details or upcoming events will be emailed to you. You are also welcome to come explore our campus. Our campus is open to the public, so you can come at any time, but we do also offer some virtual and some campus tours. Those campus tours are led by current students here at UC San Diego, so it's a great opportunity to come see our campus and explore. Next slide, please. So if you would like to connect again with UC San Diego further, feel free to follow us on social media. Feel free to tag us in your posts. We love to see what you're doing. And we may even feature our social media. These also include some great resources for you. And also check out our YouTube page. A lot of the information is on there as well. And I will leave you all with the contact for the undergraduate admissions office. Feel free to call our office or send us a contact us form, which is that link right there. That is the best way to get into contact with us if you have any questions that come up about the application or about UC San Diego in general. And that's a wrap for us today. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we wish you a wonderful evening.